Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Rick. Get videos a day from Financial Coffee Channel. Women are the new working class poor. The future does not look good for them. Please extra them below. Really appreciate that. Let's get that, Chow. It's Chow Time.
Oh my goodness, rent is due in a few days, and I'm really starting not to like none of y'all dudes because it seems like I'm about to be having to pay it by myself.
Wow.
If something is not done with the prices that keep going up in Canada, I will be on the street. I will be literally on the street corner next week, panhandling, asking for some change. It's comical how our wages aren't going up, but the price of everything around us skyrocketing. And it's not.
Again, I 100% agree with all of this. But you have to make it work. You have to survive. You have to figure out ways to do it.
Near as bad in America as it is in Canada. It's 1,000% worse in Canada. I'm saying if the prices keep going up and the wages aren't going to be going up, then how do you expect us to live? Where are we going to be living? How are people going to pay off their debt? If you have debt, you're basically just going to keep working to pay off the minimum of your debt. You're never going to be able to pay it off. It's not a way to live.
Y'all, I just think it's kind of crazy that rent is due every 30 days. Bro, you want me to pay rent every 30 days?
They complain about just regular adulting shit.
At the beginning of the month? Then y'all got the audacity to send me an email. Oh, just a friendly reminder, rent is due. What the fuck is so friendly about that? Do it look like I want to pay that? You have to literally beg me every month to pay it. Do you?
Exactly why they send you the notification, because they know you don't want to pay it. So they make sure you know.
Think I want to pay y'all that? Every 30 days is absurd. Unrealistic. It should be a crime. A big one. It's giving felony. Because y'all it's giving scammers. Every 30 days.
No, I'm sure what gives off scammers are all the men that you date. Those are probably the true scammers.
Like, let's be for real.
She just realized that she has to pay her rent herself. Yeah, no shit. Like, who else is supposed to pay it for her? Or with her? You can't make this up, man. You can't. They really believe that rent should be free. And that's why most of these women vote left. I tell you what though, nothing is free in this world. Either someone else is paying for it and you don't know about it, or you are paying for it in a way that you don't have a clue. But nothing is never free, people. Nothing. Never.
Like, what is this? Is this the Great Depression?
I mean, like in economics, we learn there's no such thing as a free lunch. There's always a cost, an opportunity cost at every single decision you make.
Like, what is going on? Right? And I go to the Dollar Tree, and I go there a lot because I'm poor, right? And I go there to buy like regular stuff like a strainer or like paper plates. I saw a post on Facebook.
I actually think going to like dollar stores to buy paper plates and stuff like that, you're actually paying more money than if you were to go to like Walmart or something where you buy them in bigger bulks. It becomes cheaper per unit.
About how like groceries have increased in price by 135%. Like somebody ordered some online order at Walmart for groceries and it was like $74. And then in 2024 they ordered the same stuff and it went up by like $100. So here's my thing. Why is it that it keeps getting more expensive, but people aren't getting paid more? This is why people have 3 jobs up here. This is why literally Maine, because I work in Maine, everybody's an alcoholic because everybody's stressed as and like groceries are still getting more expensive. Like a package of chicken is ridiculous. Buying a box of cereal is like $6, bro. I literally went to a store the other day and a box of Cheez-Its was $7. Like there's something fucking wrong. Like they need to pay us more money. Like what is going on? Like I'm sorry, but it needs to shift. Like minimum wage needs to shift.
I know the economy is literal shit right now.
See, this is the bullshit that they talk. Minimum wage needs to shift. No. You need to earn more money. You need to acquire skills. You need to do better in life. Minimum wage should not be the minimum to take care of a family. It should be just a bare minimum for you to live by, like within some means. It's literally called minimal.
Now, but why does everything have to just keep getting so expensive and like literally so unaffordable for so many people? It's ridiculous. I get my nails done. Yes, I took some time off. Yes, it is like a luxury that I can afford to get my nails done. But it's getting to the point that it's like a little bit crazy. Like 85.
Shut the fuck up with your fucking nails. And you're gonna still call it crazy that things are more expensive. You're paying hundreds of dollars for your nails.
Dollars to get French tips. Like I don't get a manicure. I don't get anything crazy. $85.
Shut the fuck up.
Like,
You don't
what is
need it.
happening? I know things have to like go up in price, you know, with whatever, but like inflation, are you kidding me? It should not be this bad. Even with like apartments, everybody wants to increase apartments and the rent. You're kidding. Nobody can afford it. My salary does not increase just because you want to increase rent.
That is one thing I think is kind of outrageous, is the steady increase of rent every year, even though you're staying in the same spot. Most people do not get raises like that, a constant basis of every year. That is where I say bullshit.
Well, I guess we all have different problems. She's complaining about paying $85 to get her nails done. Oh, and by the way, nobody forced her to get her nails done. She could have either done it herself and spend maybe $10 to $15, or she could have decided not to have her nails done at all.
Or she could have just went to someone cheaper too. Like, I have girls that go to like little, you know, that don't go to the shops, but go to like other women that do it from their homes and stuff, and they pay like $40. It's still quite expensive in my opinion, but $40 is better than $85.
Not the cops showing up to my house to serve me for a credit card done.
Oh
Be
shit!
for real! I didn't even know this was a thing. This is what
I didn't
happens
know
when
it
you don't
either.
open your mail, because I guess they send me a letter saying that it went to collections. Really forgot all about this credit card. I got Steven side-eyeing me like, what are you doing? You couldn't tell me about this, that we could have paid it off, or like I literally forgot. This was around the time where
No, you probably couldn't pay it off. That's why you forgot. Don't give me this bullshit.
we got pregnant. I left my fucking job because I was like really high risk. And I forgot about that credit card. Like I had other credit cards and we paid it off and everything. But that one I like literally forgot. Now I got my neighbors looking like mad nosy, like why the cops is pulling up to their crib. These motherfuckers try to serve me for a credit card. What? I'm looking like a criminal now on my freaking street. Oh, what do my neighbors think? Oh my God.
She's lying. She knew about that credit card debt. Trust me, she didn't forget it. She thought that by ignoring
There's no way she would forget it, because these credit card companies will be fucking on you, calling you constantly, trying to get their money. So stop with the bullshit, like I said earlier, that you didn't know.
it would magically disappear. Poof, like magic. Now she calls it a BS credit card. Yes, it wasn't a BS credit card when she was swiping it left and right, going on shopping sprees and vacation trips. She is more worried about what her neighbors think of her than repaying that credit card debt off. She's acting all tough now and recording herself while driving. I swear to God, they really believe that everything should be free.
Okay, ladies, it's the first of the month, and you know I like to promote self-reflection around the first of the month because people got life fucked up. First of all, you need to reflect financially, emotionally, romantically. Especially ask yourself, who am I f***ing and what are they paying? Because people be doing stuff that really
Prostitutes.
piss me off. Don't be inviting no dude to your house that ain't capable of paying nothing on the rent. After you know if he capable, he gotta be willing. And if he ain't willing, then you gotta be willing to ask. Especially if he coming over there habitually. Girls be like, but he don't even live over here, so why would he pay the rent?
Dusty,
because
musty
paying rent
crusties.
is like a security deposit in case you break anything while you over here. Like my heart. I ain't gonna lie, dudes act a little bit better when they paying something on the rent. I ain't even gonna lie. Be careful of mistaking for being spontaneous. Chicks be thinking in the car is spontaneous. No, he don't got nowhere to take you. He trying to save himself some money so he don't gotta pay for a hotel or your motherfucking rent. In the car is not spontaneous when he don't got nowhere to take you. You gotta pay attention. You also gotta know the difference between him paying your rent because he with you or you be in the trap house. Don't let him keep no illegal shit up in there. Aye.
My rent is going up an extra $800 a month. So my little one-bedroom place is about to be over $2,000 a month, and there will be no one left in the scheme by 2026. So there are about to be a bunch of low-income earners with no access to affordable housing. As if this rental crisis wasn't already hell, it's about to get a whole lot worse.
Again, everybody complains and stuff. I came from another country. the stuff that people are complaining about here is a privilege. Like someone mentioned, like, oh, I came from Cambodia, so I actually do understand poverty. I do. I was born there and I was raised there until 5. Even when I came here, it's not like all of a sudden I came into money as soon as I came to this country. My family still struggled. We had a business, but we weren't lavish or any way, shape, or form. My dad bought an 86 Acura Legend and he still has that Acura Legend now. My dad has maybe bought 3 cars out of the 30 something years that he's lived here. We live very frugal. Or at least I used to, not so much anymore that I do okay now, but I had to work every day of my life when I was a kid. I went to the donut shop almost every single day. I had to raise my brothers and sisters because my parents were too busy taking care of the donut shop. I had to cook every day with my family. I learned how to cook with my mom. I did everybody's laundry. I had to fold everybody's clothes. My brothers, my parents, myself. These are all things I had to go through. It made me a stronger person. But Americans complain about these, oh, I can't live on my own. Oh, I make too little money. Shut the fuck up and go live with other people. I'll even tell you guys this now. My dad owns the donut shop right now. He is renting a room from somebody that's close by that he's paying very little for, and he still sleeps in the shop every so often. Actually, he still sleeps in the shop every day. He has a little cot. That's how frugal and how much we are into earning our own money. It's crazy that people would assume that because I do YouTube or whatever it is, that I was always well off. What the fuck? People need to struggle. People struggle enough and then they learn, because I struggled enough and learned how to make enough money to not struggle anymore. But it took forever. It took a long time to learn.
Have landlords lost their minds? My roommate moved out a few months ago, so I currently live in a 2-bed, 2-bath by myself. And the price that I am paying for rent for a 2-bed, 2-bath with 2 parking spaces is the same amount of money I would be paying for a studio in Los Angeles, California. I feel like our whole perspective is warped because I hear people talking about, oh, I found a studio for $2,000. What a good deal. I just can't even process what is happening with rent costs in LA and also around the whole country. How is anybody affording rent? How?
Well, I have an answer for her. You will own nothing and be happy.
Yep.
Okay, just to answer her question, landlords have not lost their mind. I really understand that her roommate just moved out. Therefore, she's living by herself in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. I get that. But instead of complaining to strangers on TikTok, has she thought about getting another roommate?
Right.
Or moving to a cheaper place with other roommates maybe? I think it's a luxury to live by yourself in a city as expensive as LA is. These women want to live a comfortable lifestyle without paying the price for it.
The prices of things are not going to go down. Ever.
True.
No matter who you vote for at this point.
Yeah.
Inflation right now is at like a 3%, which is exactly where the Fed wants it to be, and that's good, okay? The only way you're going to see prices of goods go down is if we have a deflation. And if that happens, that means the economy is doing terribly and we're in dire troubles. The economy is doing well. Inflation is low. The prices of things are high because of corporate greed. Because inflation's at like a 3%, Fed should be dropping the interest rates come September.
I will 100% agree with that most of inflation, most of us not being priced out of the market of everything is due to corporate greed.
That's definitely a good thing for sure, especially if you're looking to buy a house. But the only way you're going to see more money in your pocket is higher wages. That's it. Because the prices of things, the prices of goods, the prices of food, they're never going down again. What we have is what we have. We just might have a slightly less increase now that inflation is at a 3%.
This is why we tell men, pursue your purpose, pursue a good career, pursue skills that will make you good money. You're going to need it. Not even just for a family, you're just going to need it. Life is so much easier when you have money to take care of outrageous things that happen throughout your life.
Corporations were basically like, oh, you use this product on a regular basis. You need this product, right? So we're going to charge you double now because we can.
Yep. The EpiPens. That's probably one of the biggest examples I got. So I have a friend that has a child that's allergic. So they have to buy the EpiPen. And the EpiPen only lasts 2 years. And that thing is $600 for a single dose EpiPen. It used to be $30. And the only reason that it's $60 now because some greedy motherfuckers bought the patent and was like, oh, people need this. I'm going to just raise the price on it because I can. And it jumped what? Almost 1,000%? 2,000% even? Fucking crazy.
Like, what are you going to do? You're going to make this product at home yourself? You're going to start a farm? You're going to grow your own food? You're going to slaughter your own animals? You're not going to do that. We can charge whatever the heck we want. And they did. And they're getting away with it because nobody can stop them. No president can stop them. Because, again, this is...
we don't have homesteads anymore. We don't cook. We don't butcher our own meat. We don't raise our own veggies. We're stuck. Without the corporation, without the big farms, without all these companies, we really can't live our life normally.
A worldwide issue. This is not just US based. This is corporate greed globally, everywhere, and it's terrible.
I agree with her to an extent. Prices will never go back down to where they used to be 4 years ago. Forget that. Now, I'm not telling you who to vote for, but just like she said, no matter who you vote for, prices are never going back down. They might not go up as much as they used to, but they are not going down unless there is an economic crisis. And that's the only way, in my opinion, to see prices significantly drop. Only if there's an economic crisis. Not a recession, but a real economic crisis. Like the one we had in 2008. We need a big economic crisis. Economic crises are garage sales for the rich.
I think it's going to happen soon. I mean, I've been watching news and stuff that BlackRock has been selling a lot of their homes and stuff in Florida. And once BlackRock starts selling up homes, they own what? I believe like 40% of all single family homes right now or something. Outrageous. Yeah, that's a problem.
Everything will cost less. Cars, houses, everything will cost less. Because those greedy corporations will see that people don't have the money to buy stuff. Therefore, prices will go down significantly. But, and it's really sad, so many people will lose their jobs. So it's gonna suck for them. But that's the price we need to pay. No pain, no gain. And
Damn.
I disagree with her about raising wages. I mean, guys, just look at what happened in California a few months ago when they tried to raise the minimum wage for fast food workers. The state lost 10,000 fast food jobs after raising the minimum wage for fast food workers. Plus, fast food prices went up as well.
Guys, a Jack in a Box, a combo is like 15, 16, 17 bucks. That's crazy. This is why I still like In-N-Out for California. That's the only fast food burger I eat is In-N-Out. And then for a double combo with fries and a drink is $10.81. You just can't really beat that price for a majority of the food out there. And In-N-Out is still decently healthy compared to more preservative type burger spots.
Over double the amount that would used to be. You know, like a normal platter like that probably would go for about $15 to $20. It's $2.50 for an apple. When you're weighing to get an apple, it's $2.50 per pound for an apple. I haven't gotten a facial in so long, and when I was in high school I used to go to this facial place all the time and get, my skin cleaned out. It's been quite a few years since I've actually been to this facial place, but I was like, you know what? I
don't get why people complain about the luxury stuff, that they can't do the luxury stuff anymore. Fuck your luxury stuff.
to treat myself to a facial. They used to charge me $50 before tax. And I just looked it up now. It was $89 before tax. You're not doing anything more magical. We're now charging me $40+ more for a facial. That's how much it's gone up. We have the most expensive gas prices in the world. We have the most expensive car insurance in the world. Every aspect where you would think maybe I could save some money.
I don't know about that. California's pretty up there in those things.
You can't save any money. And then on top of that, our rent is one of the most expensive in the world.
I was speaking to my neighbor and he said that his landlord was giving him a hard time and raised his rent $600 in 1 year.
That's not bad. Like total for the year?
I thank my lucky stars that my landlord is nice. I love my I don't love my landlord, but I appreciate my landlords. This too, it's a couple. I appreciate them.
The cost of living is insane. I'm not saying anything you guys already don't know, but true story, fun fact. I just moved out of my apartment, right? It was getting too expensive to afford. Honestly, just because you can afford it, but then you're forcing yourself to live check to check doesn't make any sense, right? So my apartment was going for $2,100. And then once you add on the technology fee, the pet fee, water, gas, all, right? $2,600. Yes, $2,600 a month. That's what I was paying for that luxury apartment once you put everything together. So I moved back home with my parents. I'm like, you know what? I'm closer to Baltimore now. I can relax for a second. I'm closer to my friends and I can save money and buy a house. But here's the kicker. I just checked my old apartment complex. They have listed my apartment for damn near $2,700. That's base rent. Not even adding on the parking fee, the pet fee, all that I just told you. So you're looking at $3,000 for where I just lived. Crazy.
That is pricey.
My rent in Miami has gone up $750. They don't really have any amenities. Like my apartment does not have a fitness center, pool, nothing. There's not even an on-site office, okay? It's literally just your apartment is what you get, okay? But again, there's no amenities. There's nothing that makes it worth what they're charging.
Guys and ladies, I have a question, okay? When did it become the norm to expect amenities such as a pool or a gym in an apartment complex? When about...
Guys, I was raised in a 1-bedroom apartment for a very long time. My parents, when we first moved here, moved into the city where the donut shop was, and we rented a 1-bedroom apartment. There was my uncle that came over Cambodia, my mom, my dad, me, my sister. Like 5 people in a 1-bedroom apartment, and we lived in that apartment for 10+ years. And then all of a sudden, guess what, guys? We moved to a 2-bedroom apartment when I got a little older and my brother was born. So, and we still had our uncle live with us. So, guys, I've never lived in a life of luxury like that. I've always lived in such close quarters with other people and family members that even after I left my family or started college and stuff, I had 3 roommates. So, never lived on my own until maybe now. Like I am moving into my own spot this month, just to be able to make better studio and stuff. But I'm still moving my brother in because he's gonna help me with a little bit of rent. I'm only charging him for the 1 room, so it is what it is, guys. You just gotta do what you gotta do to survive, and stop complaining about everything else, and just make sure you survive first.
I was renting. My only concern was getting a decent place and at the price that I could afford.
Correct.
I wasn't worried about getting a pool or a gym in my apartment complex. Nope. But all these women seem to expect those amenities to be in their apartment complex. But guys, when did it become the norm? I don't know. I'm just asking, okay?
I'm happy that I grew up the way I grew up. I saw poverty the way it was. And trust me, my father instilled that shit into me. He would tell me all the things of what he grew up and all of the people he saw and how privileged I was to be in this country, even though we were still struggling. I've always seen that, and I've always been immersed into it. So I feel I'm a little bit more based when it comes to a lot of these things because I've experienced the worst myself. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Catch you guys next time. Ciao.